We continue our study on the book of Daniel. Now we're in chapter 5. In chapter 5, King Nebuchadnezzar has passed from the scene and his son is now in charge. And let me tell you, very often in history, the father is a strong king, perhaps merciless, but strong, and then the son is not quite as good. Well, in this case, he fell a long way from the tree. And King Belshazzar, the son of Nebuchadnezzar, is doing some crazy party, and he decides that he wants to use the artifacts taken from the Jewish temple in order to participate in this revelry. And this, I'm sure, was not his only sin. I'm sure there was many more that are not recorded in the Holy Scriptures. He was basically a dissolute person who did not know how to run an empire or care. He was more interested in himself. He was more interested in having fun and partying, and because of this, a warning is sent to him, but it's really already too late by the time it gets to him. There's handwriting on the wall, and we still have that expression today. Handwriting on the wall, meaning that a prophecy has been made. We're gonna know what's gonna happen. Everybody can see what's about to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. The handwriting on the wall, and what happens is this disembodied hand writes on the wall during his party, and it says "Mene Mene Tekel Parsin," which was a prophecy that the Persians were going to take over this Babylonian empire from this dissolute king who was not holding up his end of the bargain. And Daniel is called in because he is remembered as a tremendous scholar and dream interpreter and, interpreter of the signs and the times and so forth like that. And he interprets this and he refuses any reward for it. And pretty soon, indeed, it does come to pass that this empire collapses. Empires do collapse, and they usually collapse from within, not from without. Very few empires in the world have collapsed merely because enemies came against it. It is the enemies inside, corruption in the government, fighting amongst the people, too much wealth, too soft. All those kinds of things are what cause empires to fall. And then it's just a matter of time. The handwriting is already on the wall that things are going to collapse, and whoever comes along and knocks over that tower gets the glory for it, but the problem was within. And so Daniel is able to interpret this, and we can look for signs in our own day of what's going wrong in our society and how we can try to prevent it getting to the point where there is no longer any hope. And so I hope that all of us are praying for our nation, praying for our world in the face of so many difficulties, children shooting children, and wars and rumors of wars and inflation and poverty and racism. All of these things are terrible problems that our nation needs to face in some way. And if we do not, we will find that our empire, our nation, will collapse from within and then from without.